and welcome to this special World Sight Day edition on conquering cataracts. Now, cataract is the largest cause of preventable blindness across the globe. India is host to more than 9 million blind men and women, which is the highest in the world. Cataracts will affect all of us sooner rather than later. Recently, eye doctors are seeing an early onset of cataract, which is being detected as early as the 50s. The most important lesson that the COVID pandemic has really taught us is that prevention is better than cure. And this applies here as well to all cataract-related blindness because it can be prevented with prompt action. Now, there are several myths around this eye condition and also learnings on the recent advancement of cataract care management. In this special episode, Conquering Cataract, on the occasion of World Sight Day, we will cover these and many other aspects that are related to eye care and cataract management. We have a panel of expert doctors joining us on the broadcast. It is a pleasure to introduce our panel of experts. Dr. Abhay Vasavada, he is the director of Ila Devi Cataract and Research Center and Reghudeep Eye Hospital at Ahmedabad in Jaipur, and the current president of the Asia Pacific Cataract and Refractive Society, an internationally recognized surgeon practicing for the last 3 decades. We also have Dr. Sandeep Navrekar from Mumbai. He's the medical director of Navrekar Eye Clinic and senior consultant at the Leelavati Hospital, a highly sought after doctor who's been practicing for the last 34 years. We also have Dr. Sanjay Chaudhary from New Delhi. Dr. Chaudhary is the chairman of I7 Group of Hospitals specializing in cataract and refractive surgery. He's been practicing since 1986. Thank you all very much, doctors, for being with us. I want to begin with a very basic question, Dr. Vasavada, which is, what exactly is cataract? How does it develop? And what is the prevalence of cataracts in India?
Cataract, a Greek word, actually means waterfall. When a normal clear lens gets hazy, it's called cataract. And the patients develop blurry vision akin to seeing through a waterfall. The common reason for patient developing cataract is an aging process, but it can also develop now in younger age. And also because of the drugs like steroids and diseases like diabetes or injury to the eye. When a patient develops cataract, the whole vision for distance, intermediate and near activities becomes very blurry, and he finds very difficult. And if not treated on time, it can lead to total blindness. It is very sad today that even in 2021, we have a very significant problem, a burden of cataract blindness. A survey done in 2020 reveals that we are almost 90 lakhs of people suffering from blindness related to the cataracts.
Right. It's very interesting, Dr. Nagvekar, that there've been a lot of sort of myths around cataracts. Now, it's also believed by many people, and one used to hear a lot of people saying this, that, cataract surgery is a procedure which is only to be done in winters. Is that really true? What are the real facts and myths when it comes to cataracts?
Well, you'll find it strange, Ms. Barua, that, there are as many myths surrounding cataract as the number of languages spoken in this country. And you'll find it even stranger to know that this land was the country where cataract surgery was first performed more than 2,000 years ago. So some of these myths prevalent are that cataract should be done only in winter. Now you'll be surprised because up north in Delhi, they want to do it in summer. Then cataract should be operated only when they are fully ripe. And cataract is a very complicated procedure. After that, you are supposed to rest out for at least 1 month. And you should not chew on anything hard, lest your wound give way. So nothing can be farther from the truth. The real story is that cataract can be operated at any stage. You do not have to wait for a particular season. You do not have to take any special precautions because modern cataract surgery rehabilitates you so quickly that you can get back to work within a day or two. and you don't have to have any restrictions as far as food and drink are concerned.
All right, so those are some of the important myths that you've clarified on, and I think that's going to be very useful for our viewers. Dr. Chaudhary, if I can come to you at the moment, the other big question really is what's the right time to get operated for cataracts? What are some of the other parameters that doctors consider while they decide on the need for a cataract surgery?
Yeah, actually, regarding the right time, we have to understand that cataract is not an emergency surgery. However, it should not be delayed. Right? This means that when you have to choose parameters to decide when to do cataract surgery, we have to understand that cataract is emulsified or dissolved by ultrasonic energy. And with time, the cataract tends to get harder from grade 1 to grade 4, and dissolving it becomes more and more difficult with this ultrasonic energy. Therefore, things should be done in time, and that is why we say you should get cataract surgery done in the early stages. When I say in the early stages, it means that for a person who is developing early cataract, that he would find problems in driving at night, especially when a car is coming from the front with the headlights on. There would be so much glare that he would not be able to see beyond the headlights. If a person is used to reading a book in normal light conditions, he would realize that now he needs a brighter light to read the book. And if a person is, say, crossing a road at night, that person would find it difficult to do so. So these are the very early symptoms of cataract, and this is the time when a person should get to his doctor and sit with him and plan accordingly.
All right, very important. So you've identified some of the early symptoms, and you've also said that early intervention, of course, is more beneficial for patients. Dr. Chaudhary, can you also talk a little more about the recent advances in cataract care technologies that would benefit patients?
Okay. When we talk of recent advances, we have two key areas of recent advances. The advances in the cataract surgery and the advances in the lenses which are put in the eye. So when we talk about advances in the cataract surgery, now we are shifting from total ultrasonic energy to laser assisted surgery like the femtolaser, which gives more precise, safe and predictable results. When we talk about lens implantation, we are shifting from monofocal lenses to presbyopia correcting lenses with which you can see for distance as well as near without glasses or with minimum requirement of glasses. Therefore, now cataract surgery is not just a vision restoration surgery. It is a vision enhancement surgery.
Very interesting. So it's not just restoration but also enhancement. I think this is very crucial information for our viewers. But talking about IOLs or cataract lens implants, what are the different lens options and how are they selected? And does the selection of lens option really impact the visual outcome, Dr. Vasavda?
I think when it's very important to understand that when the cataract is removed, it is replaced by an artificial intraocular lens within the eye safely, securely at the same place. And for many, many years, we all had one category of lens called monofocal lens, which gives a very good distance and far away vision, but not for the near activities and for intermediate activities. Near activities like reading or small kitchen, intermediate kitchen, the laptop, messaging on the mobile, etc. So then a newer category of lenses were introduced called multifocal lenses and trifocal lenses. That address that inability of not able to see reading and intermediate activity. And that very inability exists with everybody at certain age after 40 years, and that is called presbyopia. That means not able to perform reading or near activity and intermediate activity because the lens develops aging process. So now these presbyopia correcting IOLs are getting very popular. But there is a third category of lens which we call Tauric lens, and to explain that, all the surface of our eyeball is not circular, uniformly circular like a soccer ball. It is like a rugby ball stretched in one direction, or say, in other words, it's not a table. It is more often tablespoon-like rather than a round spoon we use for taking soup. So that toric intraocular lens rectifies that curvature difference, and as a result, it improves the vision to an extent that it becomes so clear and crisp that was not existing earlier. And the best part is that this toric component of lens can be incorporated within the monofocal as well as this multifocal and trifocal lens. So in other words, with this combination, presbyopia correcting lenses are increasingly getting popular across the planet, and people are really benefiting from that concept.
Very interesting. And, Dr. Vasavra has just been talking about these new presbyopia correcting lenses. Dr. Navrekar, if I can come to you at the moment, what more can you tell us about these lenses and who could potentially benefit from these lenses?
Well, as Dr. Vasavra eloquently explained, presbyopia is the condition where you can see close by. So we have now two kinds of lenses which can address this problem. On one hand, we have the trifocal lenses based on the principle of diffraction of light. So your light is split into three foci, one for distance, one for intermediate, and one for near. Now this is very good for people who want to derive some sort of independence for reading without glasses. On the other hand, there are lots of other people who do a lot of outdoor work. I mean, they are the people who are in the digital world. They are the people who spend their times on mobiles, laptops, tablets, and they don't hardly ever read fine print. So for those kind of people, we have a new lens called an extended vision lens. Now this lens gives us excellent distance and intermediate vision and functional near vision. Yeah. And this lens comes about because of a special wavefront shaping technology.
Right, and this special wavefront shaping technology, Dr. Navrekar, that you're talking about, can you elaborate a little more on this? Can you explain what it means to our viewers?
Okay, now we all know that light is propagated in the form of rays, but actually it spreads in the form of waves. Like if you drop a stone in water and the waves ripple out to the periphery. So similarly, light rays enter our eye in the form of waves. Now these new presbyopia correcting lenses called extended vision lenses have a little modification on the front surface which delays the wavefront and stretches it out so that the light comes to a tube of focus within the eye. And this gives them great distance vision, great intermediate vision, and functional near vision. But it's amazing how a small tweak of science has completed the circle. So now we have lenses which can be offered to all patients who are undergoing cataract surgery. So since you asked who are the people to benefit, every single patient can benefit.
Right.
If he opts for the...
All right, I think that's really revolutionary in a certain sense. Dr. Vasavra, it all boils down to the most obvious question. How does a patient find out what is the best implant for them during a cataract surgery?
This is a very important question. And first thing, I would recommend the patient to consult the eye doctors, and he undergoes a very detailed examination inside out and front to back to decide or determine what we call profile of his eye. And then he narrates and discusses his profession, his liking of the hobbies and activities that he does it, and then the doctor looking at his eye profile and understanding the patient, his personality and what he wants to do, suggests an appropriate intraocular lens. So finally, I suggest the patient should decide in joint consultation with clinician what kind of lens that he wants to have in his eyes with the cataract surgery.
All right, so it is a case specific, but as the doctors have very eloquently explained, there are so many options available now, and of course technology is really advanced in this sphere. On that note, we're going to slip into a very short break, but our panel of experts will continue to be live with us on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Conquering Cataracts. This is a special on World Sight Day. A panel of expert doctors talking about all of the new technology and innovation in this sphere. Dr. Chaudhary, if I can come back to you, many are really curious to know what has been the sort of patient feedback after receiving these modern lenses that you doctors have been talking about, especially the presbyopia correcting lens that's been selected for eyes. What's been your personal experience?
The feedback has been excellent. 9 out of 10 of my patients are really happy with these presbyopia correcting lenses. That means the trifocal lens and that extended vision lens. Now they can not only drive around and move around without glasses, they can even read the text on their mobile phones without glasses or with minimal dependence on glasses. In fact, at first instance, they cannot believe that they can actually do all these things without glasses. Their overall quality of life has improved, and now they're enjoying doing things they've always wanted to do in life. This is why they say that presbyopia correcting lenses, like the trifocal and the extended vision lenses, are a boon to this new generation seniors. It was only a few weeks back that we operated on a lady in early 60s. She was a national level painter, but she had given up on painting because the colors were fading for her. So when she talked to me, I suggested that probably if we do one of these modern extended vision lenses along with cataract surgery, it would really help her out. So we did her surgery, we put one of these lenses, and then she resumed painting, and not only that, she could paint without glasses. She won an award, and she was so happy that she mailed me saying that, "Doctor, this award is for you." So that feels very good.
Well, I think that anecdotal evidence really sums it up well, Doctor. And, like you've been saying, that it's not just restorative, it actually enhances your vision. So I think that's a very heartening story, and thank you for sharing it with us. Dr. Vasavra, is it advisable to undergo cataract surgery in these uncertain times of a pandemic? Many people are actually apprehensive at the moment. What are the additional precautions that are to be taken?
I think one can understand the fear factor, but surely it is very safe to undergo cataract surgery even in these uncertain times. The hospitals are well equipped with all the precautions they take. The patients are aware of wearing masks and distancing. So there is no risk to the health of the patient undergoing cataract surgery. In fact, they should not delay it. If they have any visual symptoms or any difficulties with the eyes, please approach the ophthalmologist, and if you need a cataract surgery, please go ahead like you would have gone in other times. It's absolutely safe for everybody.
All right. Well, reassuring words there from Dr. Vasavra. As we come to a close, final messages on World Sight Day, Dr. Sanjay Chaudhary?
Yeah, I would say the message is crisp. Once the cataract has developed, surgery is inevitable. It's only a question of when. So, listen to your surgeon's advice and don't get carried away by the myths which surround cataract surgery.
I think that's really important advice. Dr. Navrekar?
Well, I would tell all patients who are contemplating or thinking of doing cataract surgery, please do not approach this surgery with fear. The surgery is safer than ever before. Go and talk to your doctor, and in case you are thinking about reducing your dependence on glasses, kindly consider some of the new presbyopia correcting intraocular lenses that are now available.
Right. Dr. Vasavra, last word to you.
I think I always tell, value your eyes. Eye is a very precious gift given by God to us. Do not neglect it. Have a schedule of periodic eye checkup like you would do with other health criterias. And with better understanding and education, I think we all concerned with this, we will be able to reduce the very burden of cataract blindness in our society and India.
Well, absolutely. I think, education and awareness really is at the heart of this program as well. Thank you all so much for being with us on the broadcast and clearing so many issues around cataract surgery. I'm sure that viewers who've tuned in will greatly benefit from the information that you've all shared. Thank you all once again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.